Hello guys, today I would like to inform you that there is a new version for the experimental client. You should definitely check this one out if you like testing experimental stuff. And they added quite a few new items, features. They reworked some of the previous stuff that was already in the game. They have fixed one of the biggest problems for me in the game. And they have fixed some of the bugs they added with the last patch. So I will show the entire list of the patch notes in the comment section below, and maybe as well in the video on the right side, we will see. But I will tell you some of the stuff I think are the most important in this video right now. So let's start with this. You can now uncuff players with a hacksaw. You can no longer use items that are ruined, for example drinks and eat. So no cans of food, no drinks that are ruined. So don't shoot peoples anymore, just take them hostage, take the stuff. Interaction with items has been reworked. Drinking, eating and other stuff. So this should be an increase in item management and item usage. I haven't seen the difference yet, but I hope it's really an interaction increase, so you can really use it better now. We will see. They added new sounds, reload sounds and gunshot sounds for the Magnum and the Mosin. I never had a problem with the sounds by now, but when they're better now, why not? Let's see what they did on the gear. They added the improvised courier backpack, which has been already in the stable version, but they never introduced it to the stable version really, so I think they had it in the code and now really had to announce it that they added it. It's fine. They added a machete, so there's a new melee weapon, and I hope it's kind of strong, because I would prefer having a small machete on the back that can kill zombies than having a fire axe. They added hard hats in various colors, so there's something nice if you like to customize your player. Motorcycle helmets can now be painted in black and green. It's cool as well, if you like the customization aspect. There has been added 2 new towns. There's now a clapping taunt and a pointing taunt. Yeah, not the most necessary, but at least something funny. And now the point which is the most game breaking for me, because they added the player queuing system now, with a penalty waiting time if you switch servers too quickly. Player receive a login timer when they disconnect, increased if disconnects within 30 minutes of joining a server, for at max 5 minutes. So this will slow down the server hopping process quite a bit, which is awesome. So people actually have to go loot now, so you can find people moving between hotspots. This is just perfect, that's the way it should be. And when players log out, their avatar will sit on the same position where they log out for another 30 seconds. So players must be sure to log out in a safe position. And that's definitely the combat log protection. Because once you combat log now, your character will still sit there for 30 seconds. So there's no cheap exit anymore. You have to fight, or you have to make sure you're in a safe position to log out. And 30 seconds in the combat situation is quite a long time. This is huge. Let's go over to 2 of the interesting items for me. They added a bubble goose jacket to the loot spawn tables. I think that's not quite camo. I think it's a grey jacket, I've seen it before. But it's kind of a nice looking item, so why not? And they added the SKS rifle. Yes, you heard it right. There is a new rifle in the game. It comes with a speed loader, 2 different kinds of ammunition packages, and a bayonet. So I'm not quite sure if you can attach the scopes on the weapon, which are used on the Mosin, the PU scope and the long range scope, or if it's really just like an iron sight, because the SKS is a similar weapon to the AK, at least in the main form. So We will see. As soon as I know, I will post a video on YouTube for you. Then there has been some slight modifications of hunger and thirst. So I have no idea in which direction they changed it, but there has been some changes. We will see. They added a notification system now in the UI, which shows you if you're good hydrated or if you have high energy, which is great for people that aim to get healthy, so they don't rely on saline bags and stuff like this every time they lose a little bit of HP. I like it a lot. Then they have changed the zombie attack value. So some types of military zombies now do more damage and have an improved durability. Which is great, because at the moment zombies are actually no threat at all, and if they don't increase the number of zombies, they have to make them a little bit harder, at least for now. Then they added zombie spawn locations for the new city, northeast. Svetloyarsk. I hope I didn't butcher it too much, but something like this is the name of it. It's now possible to chamber single rounds to the FNX 45 pistol, which was kinda needed, because as a fresh spawn you have a high chance of actually finding this pistol and even the ammunition for it, but finding the clips was always a pain in the ass, so this is great. Even if only one bullet doesn't help you that much, but you could still fight off zombies or kill other players that are chasing you with a melee weapon, and that's great. It's possible in real life, why not add it to the game? So then, yeah, with the combat knife and the machete it's possible to open cans now. This was kind of ridiculous in the previous version, that you could find a great new item and there was no use for it. And now go over to the fix section, because I think there are a few things a lot of people will actually laugh. You can now fix broken bones with a morphine injector. This is kind of huge, because previously you had to disconnect, which is kind of the cheap way, but at most points necessary, because otherwise you would need some sticks and some bandages or rags, and they took like 4 item slots in the inventory and was always a little bit broken to carry all the stuff around with you. So most of the stuff you had on your backpack you didn't really need it, but you had to carry it around for some strange cases. So it's now just a morphine injector, like in the mod. I like it. And this one is probably one of the best fixes they made, because you can now reload a spray painted Mosin. Yes, you heard it correctly. You can finally spray paint your Mosin without losing the ability to reload 5 rounds in it. That's huge. So there's some definite sniper camo going on right now. I like it. They fixed the reading and writing notes, pen and paper, once again. I think it was possible before, then they bugged it again, and it was possible again, then they bugged it again, so it was quite a few bugs with this mechanic before, so at the moment it should work again. Do it while it's still working. And it's possible to revive players with epinephrine or defibrillators now, even if they are below 500 blood. Which is kind of weird, because I've never revived the player yet. I haven't even tried it. I may have to in the future, because most of the players don't hide bodies anymore, because they know it's like a 10-minute limit, and sometimes they don't even go to loot them, so you may have a chance now to just sneak up to the dead player next to you, if it's a body of you, and just give him quick epinephrine and run away, and he maybe wakes up again. This could be an interesting mechanic. Then it's now possible to knock down players if they are prone. Okay, good to know that it wasn't before. They changed the animation for equipping a compass. that was kinda necessary, because for a few players they couldn't read their own compass. They always had to check it from the inventory. This is great. You can no longer saw off a sawed-off shotgun. This fixes the bug where you get infinite shotgun ammo once you carry around a shotgun and a saw. So this is great. It was kinda game breaking, because shotgun players could just spray and spray and spray, which was kinda stupid. And they made it possible to spray paint your M4 as well now. So there's not just spray painted Mosins, there should be green and black painted M4s now as well. For all the people that like a full camo going on, that's your time now, you can do it. And as in the same patch, they just fixed that you don't lose the quantity of your spray cans when you join a new server. So there's actually a point in carrying some of the paints around. You don't fill up your ammunition anymore if you spray paint ammunition. It keeps the same value. If you have 10 shots in your CMAC and you repaint it, it will remain 10 shots and not fill up to 20, 30 or 40 again. So there is no infinite ammo for the M4 now. Great. They set F4 as a default key for the taunt, the middle finger taunt, which I think, yeah, it's kind of great that everybody now, without checking the config and rewriting the config, can taunt now. But I'm still not quite sure if I really want this hostile animation in the game in the first place. So, yeah. But you can use it now if you want to be hostile. Press F4, you will show everybody the finger. Great. The respawn button should now actually work, and you could respawn on the same server where you got killed, which is definitely cool, was necessary, and was a pain in the ass every time it didn't work. They increased the Mosin recoil. I'm not quite sure if I like this one, because I've never seen any huge recoil on the Mosin before, and I'm not quite sure how much they increased it, if it's now really pain in the ass or if it's now like accurate. We will see this later on. They reduced the size for the inventory of the sawed-off shotgun. I still think the way it was before, like 2x5 slots, was kind of great, but I think they just made it 2x4 now, so it can as well fit in the upgraded improvised courier bag. I will show you this later on in another video. And they made zombies a little bit tougher, at least the military ones. I think they did it. First they made them stronger, and now they made them even a little bit tougher. So yeah, fighting zombies will be a little bit harder now, which is kind of great. For those of you who want to read the full updates, couldn't follow me, look in the item description below, and I would definitely love to know what you think is the best part they just fixed, because there's so much they just added. I would really love to know what you guys think is the best and the worst. Leave me a comment below. Have a nice day.